Here's how gum disease starts, progresses, and can be stopped. This point here is where the gum meets the tooth, the gum line, also known as the gingival margin. This is where everything starts. There's three things here that we need for gum disease to start at this location: bacteria, food for the bacteria, and also time. Now, the carbohydrates we put in our mouth is what they love, hence why when Jordan Peterson started eating a carnivore diet, his gum disease disappeared without any treatment whatsoever, as far as I'm aware. So once carbs and bacteria meet here, they're given time together because we don't brush well enough to clear them off in time. These bacteria then eat away at our tissues. Then the gums inflame. So we see them as both red and enlarged, and the blood that's filling the area to deal with the bacteria is the reason why they bleed so easily and they're red. Once this happens, they then start to burrow down and eat away deeper and deeper structures. You can see here that once things progress, they eat away at the very bone and soft tissue that's keeping your tooth in position. This is why teeth get wobbly in gum disease. The anchorage keeping them in position starts to disappear, so they're no longer anchored in position. And as the bone starts to disappear, the gum that lies on top of the bone then starts to come down the tooth alongside the bone. This is why you get receding gums in gum disease. At this point, if the supporting structures of the teeth start to get eaten away to the point where there's not enough support to keep the tooth in place, then the tooth can be wobbly such that it falls out. If it's harboring enough bacteria, it can then start to affect nearby or adjacent teeth too, so you can increase the number of teeth that are actually being affected by this over time. Now, you can clean the teeth at the dentist, but when you go home, you're still solidifying that trifecta of risk factors, which is bacteria, carbohydrates, and time. If you're doing that, then your disease is going to continue regardless. So what you need to do to cure it is first to get the dentist to clean up everything as much as possible so that anything that's reversible can be reversed, like inflamed gums, and anything that's irreversible can be stopped from progressing, like lost bone. Now, we may get to a point in the future where we can actually regrow the bone, but we're not quite yet there at the time of this recording, at least. Then at home, you improve both your diet and your oral hygiene. I saw patients when I was a dentist who had terrible brushing technique, but they had absolutely no gum disease because they were largely carb free, like Jordan Peterson and myself. And before you think you need carbohydrates to live, no, you don't. If you think you do, think of the three main macronutrients: carbs, fats, and proteins. There are essential fatty acids and essential amino acids that make protein, but that you can't find a single essential carbohydrate. I'm not going to go into detail in this video on that specifically here, because I have an entire channel on it. But the alternative, if you're not going to change your diet, is to get rid of the bacteria and the time from that trifecta. This is essentially through optimal brushing technique. It sounds easy, but if that was the case, no one would have gum disease. So here's some top tips with this in mind. Always use an electric toothbrush instead of a manual one. Look up something called the modified Bass technique for the correct angle to clean with. Not as easy as you think. Clean in between teeth with either traditional floss or a water flosser or both. I'll leave an affiliate link in the description to the water flosser that I personally use. Clean after each meal if you can, so that there isn't enough time for any bacteria to digest things and damage you. And most importantly, don't assume you're cleaning properly because you think brushing is a simple thing to do. If you have either inflamed gums or full gum disease, the fact that there's inflammation in this context means that plaque is being left behind and not brushed off, regardless of whether you think you're brushing effectively or not. See a periodontist who's a gum disease specialist and get it done properly. Now, as a word of warning here, remember that this video guide is designed to be less than 5 minutes on purpose. I've not included every single bit of information here that's available. I've missed lots of things out, and this is only meant to give you a broad overview. This is the sort of thing that I teach the members of my online school group multiple times each week, and there's even people in there that I guide through dental treatment in terms of helping them understand the best places to go and more. So if you're interested in that, where I teach cosmetic and longevity medicine with a huge Netflix-like back catalog of past teaching, I'll leave a link in the description below.